The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent daily plant the metropolis times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it is back to the rhymes. This looks pretty cool, huh? Got this little light. Oh no. So that's what this is. It's a little light. Looks pretty cool though. All right. It's not for the purpose of this, but it was kind of a nice effect. All right. So let's get back to the drawing board. Guess I'm gonna sit down. Let me get this thing scoot over a little. Get everything where I can see it. Grab a chair. All right. Put this on. So, first, School S album sales. Who was I talking to in particular? My friend Yanya. He's got a CD collection, but he wasn't ready to. I brought this up. He wasn't ready, but he's my man. Who else? I brought it up to somebody else. Oh, yeah, I was talking to the FedEx driver. Oh, man, I didn't. That's all right. We didn't get too far. He wasn't asking me too much about my music. I told him I rap. Told another fellow that too. Sometimes they miss it or not trying to hear it so much. So no real. And then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. I got to get out and get the one to Travis. So wow. So that's the plan. That shower goes on, and maybe it's hearable. I don't know. I can hear it, that's for sure. So, no sales to report. So my Reformation music video, I am seeing Theon. I don't think I said that. When did I talk? I heard from her. I was supposed to see her last Wednesday. I wasn't hearing from her, and I was actually double booked. So I'm going to see her this Wednesday. The last Tuesday couldn't see her. Going to see her this Wednesday. So back in action with the CD release party with the video. So I don't have to do anything crazy like just put it out there. I just did that. I can't sit on it. So as long as it's moving forward, I will stick with the plan there. So that's all I have to say for now about that. I did share that with Zanya, that song at least. So I got one more thing to share with them. My Alert the Legion song. I think I need to check and make sure I have it in my somewhere in my emails. I got to have it somewhere digitally, I hope. You will be glorified. So Zanya. So by the way, Zanya, we made a demo years ago called Talk of the Town for the Huskies basketball team, because at the time they were the talk of the town in the mid around 2005, 2006, where they went to become a big deal, and they were a one of the 4 number 1 seeds. That was a huge accomplishment. Well, eventually they got to there, but they just blew up. It was so exciting. And then I had a song for them. Got to know Nate Robinson a little bit. He was in the Huskies marching band. He sent it to the music director. He reminded me what happened. And music, I mean, we invested basically $500, I think, total or each. I guess it was a total of $500, so $250 each. And I'm thankful that he did that. And all it was a demo. It wasn't even a recorded song that I mean, I suppose the way it is, I could probably put it out as a recorded song. So I suppose for $500, maybe we got the job done. It wasn't mastered or anything, but that was a big experience. But nothing happened. We made the song, we recorded, paid someone he knew, and the musical director said, "Oh, very nice. Keep sending me stuff." Okay, well, that wasn't the goal. The goal was, and I talked to Coach Romar at the time. I was like, "Hey, I got a song I think would be really good for the Huskies." He said, "Oh, we already got a theme song. Well, let's hear it." I mean, how good is it? This song's 10 times better, 100 times better. Nate Robinson likes it. So that was a bummer. That was cool, though, to get to meet Nate Robinson and at the time. And the thing that stands out, I found him in the IMA at UW. I was there, I think I was delivering a pizza, and he's in there just having fun, maybe shooting around or something, but standing right under the hoop, shorter than me, jump up, easy, dunk. Incredible. And then he went and sat down, and I said, "Hey, man, I have an idea for a song for the Huskies." And, "Oh, yeah, let's hear it." And I did it. And he's like, "Wow, I wish I could do that." And I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, I wish I could do that, like jump from under the basket and dunk." So it's amazing. God gives us different abilities. So I was very nice, though, to have that. And, but again, and that was before he became an NBA player. So now he might be able to do something possibly, but I know someone that knows his mom, kind of knows him, I guess knows him too, but that contact's not that strong, apparently. So that's all good. So that's what's up with Yanya. He's been busy. That's the last go we had of trying to do anything together, collaborating. And that's, like I said, around 2005-ish. And not a ton has changed in my world, still working away, but for him, it's just, he's a bass player. And so for him, he's got to manage his family time. He was talking to Maurice, who recorded this song. He said, "Hey, man, you should really get serious and do XYZ." And he said, he started to say yes, but then he started to realize the time investment, and he just couldn't commit to it. The time it would take to really start making things happen on a personal level for him in music. So that's well worth doing. And I just said, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I actually work more hours than I'm really, but I'm just like, man, I got to do something, because if I do nothing, then what? And so I didn't say those exact words, but here, and I talked about especially worship music, has eternal value, or anything spiritual that has eternal value. So it's not just for what we can accomplish on this earth; it can impact people's eternal life, and so that means a lot to me. And I think it means a lot to God. So I'm going to keep doing what I can from where I am and see what happens. And I just want to encourage Yanya to maybe consider just see what you can do from where you are. At least think about that. So he did. We talked about you will be glorified, and I explained that to him, and he said what you could look for is a music copyist. And this is a professional who can transcribe, the music. He said you could make the melody and then the harmony all in sheet music. He or she, this person, can do that. So that's somebody I can pay. I didn't look up what it would cost to do that, but not gonna. It's above my budget right now. I got $50 in my business account right now. So if it's 50 or less, I can do it. Because I talked to my cousin last Sunday and sent him the email. Hadn't heard back, so I need to give him a call and see what's up. But not sure what's happening there. I'm going to sit with the worship pastor, Highlands Church, Evan, and see what we can do. I thought I was only going to have a time for an hour because I was meeting with Dion, but we moved our meeting back an hour. So I have up to a couple hours with Evan, which would be really nice to explore what I really want to find out what he wants to do And if it's somewhere along the lines of what I want to do, hopefully we can come together. Or at least think in terms of what we can do at the church in terms of, I mean, they got so much good things happening. They have, like high school, middle school has their own worship. They got their own singing, playing instruments, the whole works. It's like their own service for just the high school or just the middle school, which is incredible. And they have a music person too. I think that leads their music and the high school, middle school worship. So I like all that because you can develop people. They got good female singers. I haven't heard really any excellent male singers, but not that are up front, but we'll see. But the females are definitely doing good things. So I will be discussing that and other stuff. YouTube channel. So I'm going to be with my the person who I hope to gain some education from. Maya is her name. Again, she's got the most success on YouTube of anyone I personally know from creating her own content, I would say. I know a couple of guys that got a lot of subscribers and maybe a lot of views on little short things, but that wasn't ongoing. So for her, she doesn't. She's going to talk to me about lighting, talk to me maybe about editing, talk to me about length of these video features, because she did watch some of this and she's got insight. She did a lot of studying, which I want to borrow that because I don't know where she even went to study it, but she's definitely self-motivated there and got something out of it, but she's had to stop. I was trying to have kids and whatnot, so I guess she's put a hold on that. I think that's the reason. But it's very good, very professional, and so I would like to at least find out what it would take to get to her level of lighting, video quality, because that's really what I haven't been able to get answered up till now. Someone who's actually done that high quality video and possibly editing, but sure, I just want to know what I'm looking at if I want to get the lighting and the video all up to snuff for what people are looking, what they're used to seeing or hoping to see with real professionals on YouTube. Kind of use that term loosely because is anyone really professional, but I guess you are if you're doing good at it. Rules of engagement, nothing to say except we got, a music copyist I think would be pretty good in terms of figuring out rules of engagement, I would hope. So Bellevue Ballers, one thing I was going to say, I met someone, the Mariners were playing the Blue Jays, I guess it was last week, towards the end of the week, and there's all these Blue Jay fans are here in town, they all come from Vancouver or anywhere in Canada, you're a Blue Jay fan. So a couple of things. One, so as far as Bellevue Ballers, so him and his brother and dad, they're going to start doing some construction on Vancouver Island. They live in Vancouver, BC. And I was like, well, are you guys entrepreneurial and all? And he said, yeah, we're starting this business. And I was like, okay. So if I wanted to connect with him, I guess I couldn't go to Canada. From what I can tell in the research, basically, I'm part of the 1/3 of, well, actually, 1/3 of Americans who are not eligible to enter Canada. So that's 1 out of 3. And I was just looking at the research because I looked at the website and said, 85.9% of Canadians are vaccinated or had the first dose, but maybe the second dose is like 81, but called fully vaccinated, which I guess is 2 doses, is it? Would be 80 up to 81%, not quite. So that's Canada. So I looked at all the states in the United States. Not a single state has any that high of a percentage of that would be considered fully vaccinated. It's like 80% or less. And some states for the fully vaccinated status are at 50%. Wyoming, maybe North Dakota's around that. Washington's 84 and 72, I believe. One thing that was interesting was I think it was North Carolina was 84 and 62. So there's a huge gap. They didn't go for round 2 down over there in North Carolina. The Northeast is the highest percentage overall, for sure. They are easily the highest, it seems. So that's the deal. It was interesting to look into that, and it's not nothing's happening with that. I got to also give a shout out. Is it shout out or shout out? Shout out. Anyway, this is shout out, but it always sounds lame to me. Shout out sounds better, but maybe you're saying shout. The Royals, Kansas City Royals. So if you're gonna go play baseball in Canada, you got to have the stuff, man. You got to have the goods. And 10 Royals players said, nope, not doing it. And so they didn't go up there. They got a little break. That's cool because, I mean, I think they said 25 in total, and we're almost halfway through the season, but a total of 10 Royals. So that's my new favorite team. Heard their baseball game going through the country, so that was all right. I did go through Kansas City even, but, their team's young. They got a ways to go, but how do you like that? 10, that's significant, and that's all I was going to say. I thought I was going to say one other thing. Okay, that's all for that. Merch. So I'm going to do a change. I think I should have brought the eraser, not that. Can this work? Oh, no. I need a spray. What an amateur. All right, I'm not changing it then. Merch. I was going to move on from merch because I have my merch, but I'm not going to change it because I don't really have that. I can change it later. Here's my merch. You know it. So let's see. Trump's going to thump. Nothing's happening with that. I haven't even really thought about what I'm going to do as far as the next copyright move. I'm just I'm not even thinking about it. So anyhow, nothing's happened with that. So I can tell you about the next thing that was going to go here. It's kind of in that number 9 categories. Basically record back to the rhymes. Just record the song. So that's what I would do. And then promote that, maybe SoundCloud or whatever. Again, I did meet somebody, I guess, this past week who's willing to sit down and help me get better at social media. And I think maybe it might have been the week before I met him. I can't remember. I think it was the week before, but he's like, how to use Facebook and all this stuff. So I need to get with him. God, when did I meet all these guys? I guess it was the week before because I met the other guy. Yeah, I think I talked about that. So anyway, I guess that's it. I haven't contacted anyone about that yet, but it's on the list. Like Yanya was saying, his whole computer crashed and he can't do it. All his files are gone. He can't record. I mean, that's tough. The backup was expensive, but maybe $300 or $400 to back it up. But now he has no music, so he can't make music or anything. So probably it's worth it unless you're really strapped for cash and you're not really that trying to go forward with it. I don't even understand technology enough to know if I have that risk in front of me. So possibly. So I want to comment on Starbucks closing 6 stores in this local market and 15 nationwide. So their reasoning is safety. One of those stores is in Roosevelt Square, which is anything but unsafe. I suppose there could be a couple of homeless people around Whole Foods begging for money, but realistically, there's no tents, no crazies out there at all. It's a nice area, and it's gotten better, I would think, with the train showing up, but they never did open their lobby again. I suppose that could be an indicator that it was bad in terms of the clientele. not having their lobby open because you don't want the restroom open, you don't want all the drama. Okay, so I will accept that as a possibility. Maybe it's a little less safe than I would imagine, but I don't think so. And Union Square had one right by Uwajimai. They closed that one, and I would go there once a week. But they never opened their lobby again because of security, and they had to deal with the wackos. So I see that. But they said we were taking care of it. This is like an insider security person telling me that Starbucks person said, we don't have a problem. We're able to deal with it. We don't need to close. So one of the theories is that it's to try to, you got all these people, and I don't know how this works. I went by Starbucks on a Saturday, and they had all these AstroTurf union people protesting outside the one Starbucks. They just got there. I don't know. It's like a photo bomb, a protest bomb. I mean, they protest bombed the store. They all showed up, took a break from whatever they're doing, showed up, marched around in circles, made some chants, and probably went on about their business. But whatever. So they're trying to get Starbucks unionized. Now, how does that work? Starbucks is not a new company. Why now? Especially now they're trying to get back on their feet after, they did lose some customers, obviously, with the pandemic, and you had the people working from home. I suppose if they wanted to go to Starbucks from home compared to that while they're working, but it just changes where people would purchase. So they're closing those. 23rd and Jackson, that's in the crazy area. I thought they had that one open because they wanted to reach out to the neighborhood. We got Magic Johnson, man. We're in the hood, man. It's all good in the hood. Well, it wasn't too good because they're closing it. And that's another one. They didn't have the lobby open. So for me, it's a bit of a, it only changes me a little bit. I got to really change where I have my drink, my daily vacation once a week. But anyway, the thing I want to say about it is I find it interesting how, if you listen to, it's as all, how does it work? So as Bezos and Rush would talk about this, you create a moat. If you're wealthy, you create a moat around your life. And the way to keep the wackos away is you say everything you want them, that they want you, tell them what they want to hear. Hey, man, my secretary makes more than me. That's not right. Raise taxes on me, Buffett. We'll do this. We got all the flags you could ever ask for in our windows. We're doing this. We got that. And still not enough. Still not enough. Now we've got to have a union. I mean, they're going to take you as far down the road as you're going to go until you finally say enough. Initially, Starbucks didn't want to have the employees wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts. They caved, and then they're wearing them. They're still wearing them. But this one, they said, nope, we can put up with so much, but I guess they can't put up with maybe a union possibly. So I don't know. And it's funny, Yanya used to work for Starbucks in accounting. I'm like, how do these decisions get made? I mean, are you really crunching numbers, or just is it like trying to send a message, back off? The idea that there's some of these stores voted for the union, some didn't. I guess all the ones that are being closed are ones that voted to be unionized. Now, can you be unionized store by store based on that? Just sounds crazy. I can't imagine. Now, as a school bus driver, they unionized. They lost the vote barely, and then they redid the election to make sure they won. That was the whole thing. It wasn't, every school bus driver now was in the union. So who knows? But I just find it interesting that these guys that are saying everything that you would hope a Democrat would say, Bezos and Schultz, and of course Schultz tried to run as an independent, but he's on board with every social crazy thing you could come up with. He gave up. He stopped. If he had a disagreement, he gave up. Bezos, bookstore. I mean, who do you think works at a bookstore or is into books? People that got some issues, typically, sad to say, because a book won't put you down. You won't put the book down, and the book won't put you down, right? Unless it's telling you need to get your act together, self-help or something. So that's all. These guys, they're dead set against unions, and there's supposedly what's a union? A union is a Democrat funding operation. If you get Starbucks to unionize, you're raising more money for the Democrat Party. No question about it. I'd love to hear a debate on that one, but it's basically the way it is. They're always going to support candidates that are socialists. And when the socialist isn't going to win, then they're going to go with the weakest, the most progressive uh, person that gets nominated or whatever. So that's how it goes. So, um, so yes, Schultz and Bezos, congratulations. You stand up to that. I'll get back to the rhymes quickly. I have another song that I want to make, but I kind of unsure about doing it in some ways because so many people that I'm around are still on board, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but man. And I also got to get John to help me write it because he studied it so much. Let's see where I'm at with this. I think I must have ended with what? So sober. I'm on verse 2. All right, it goes like this. So sober. Okay, it goes like this. I so much want to be so sober. So much so won't stop until it's over. The sober among us brung us this far. Those striving for seeing, see that shining star. Are we not up to snuff? Are we not on par? Why we keep falling back? Why it be so hard to do what's right and escape unscarred? But life ain't a testing place. Ain't life a testing place, not a resting place? How could we be untouched when Scripture's so much about the devil's scheme and how he seeks to thwart dreams? So perspective is key in the midst of our iniquity to keep pursuing what's been given thee, and that is our God-inspired dream. So I got to sober up, get with it, because if I don't, it'd be like, forget it. It was, but nah. Sober up and take it one day at a time. Who's to say I can't make it till the end of this rhyme? Let me lean on you, because you true blue through and through, and I thank God for you and the whole rest of my crew. Sober up and take it one day at a time. Who's to say I can't make it till the end of this rhyme? Let me lean on you, because you true blue through and through. I thank God for you and the whole rest of my crew. All right, so we go verse 2. I was so sober today. Was I so sober yesterday? Was I A-OK? Will I be A-OK? Who's to say? The mirror's to say straight away. My life's on display for the one who gave us this day. Which is absolutely true. We can do any number of things and not be no, it cannot be known. Some of us, it's on display for others to know, but our maker knows it all right, so straight away my life's on display for the one who gave us this day. And I did end by saying we will meet him, and it's going to be amazing, and we won't be able to deal with it. Apparently, I don't know, our brain, we can't handle it. It's hard to imagine what that's going to be like. For the one who gave us this day. Okay. I was so sober today. Was I so sober yesterday? Was I A-OK? Will I be A-OK? Who's this? Straight away, my life's on display for the one who gave us this day. Gots to rise above. Gots to rise above the day to day. And know in my heart of hearts. Heart of hearts. You'll all be okay. I said okay earlier, but I think that's a good way to go. Till next time, back to the rhymes.